store between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wildcard game. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
That's my boy Nate. Hey, Todd, what up? Same nigga for that thing should never change
Yo,
up. What's good, bro? I'm from the
okay.
bottom. What's up, baby? I done came up. Throw my gang up. I don't need to be the biggest belly from the stars. You better thinking about prison, got another charge.
Rich nigga probably be convicted on another count. I keep it going over 3 million and it's going out. I do my dance while we duck, watch from the sky. And I be feeling like I'm dumb, I realize that I ain't worth no depending down level slime. Don't give a fuck about who you with, cause she forever mine. I ain't gon' flow. I ain't gon' flow, it's on you if you wanna let it go. Time gon' go. Just remember don't you ever let them take you.
Love move slow. Never see the pain from a nigga high, so they never know. Nigga trying to take my life, keep the flow.
All the drugs gon' make it right, since the fire, we gon' sling that iron at the
I'm done bitches back to back
Today
for
had
the
to be the
song.
shittiest day of all time.
Yo,
What up?
you hear me?
Yeah,
I said, why? What happened?
I mean, for me, basically told Dawson today, like, you're not working the rest of this job. So, basically, it's me and him for the rest of this job. We got there today, the entire left side of the wall fell down. Whole thing. Like, holy shit. After we just rebuilt that other side that fell. And we didn't even fully rebuild the other part that fell. Like, we kind of put up like 5 rows, and, like, left it, cause for me, that's fresh glue, sitting on rocks, it's gotta dry, you can't just keep stacking, or it will
Yeah.
just fall over again. So for me and, first me and Alan get there today, and, we see that shit, and we just get right to it, like, immediately just start fucking taking the rocks off, and fucking just trying to not even think about what the fuck we're doing just because of how fucking shitty it is, but it's whatever. So we're taking all the rocks off and shit. And we get to the end of it, bro, my back, bro, and I tell you my lower back is hurting, cause, like, I couldn't pick up, these blocks are probably like 10 pounds a piece, like, and I couldn't, like, pick up one of them with my one hand. That's how much my back was hurting. Like, it took 2 hands for me to pick these shits up, like,
Damn.
I'm capping actually. They probably weigh a little more than 10 pounds, but still, like, that shit, bro. I was hurt, and I told him, like, yo, I told Alan, I'm like, yo, listen, I'm fucking in pain, like, my back hurts and shit. But so anyway, Dawson gets there. This motherfucker Dawson gets there late. Any time, like, him and Alan literally just got into a fucking argument like 2 days ago about Dawson, like, just not coming to work, like, when shit needs to get done. Like, this shit is on the line, and, like, we're behind. And so anyway, Dawson was there today at like 7:30 or 7:27. Anyway, he's like, oh, I was up till 1:30 last night, and, like, I was throwing up and shit, this and that. And Alan don't believe a fucking word he said. Like, shit is hilarious. So anyway, he. So anyway, Alan's like, just relay those blocks. Like, he told him to relay some, like, cement blocks, like, just to level them out, this and that. And he's like, all right. So fucking the whole time, it took him 3 hours to relay 5 cement blocks level on rock. Like, all you had to do was take the cement block and relay it on some rock and level it out, like, and make it level to the other cement block that's already there. That's him. So
Wait,
took him 3
what?
hours
It
to
took
get
him
back.
3 hours to lay 5 blocks of cement?
Bro, I kid you, bro. I wish I could make this shit up. So anyway, like literally almost 3 hours. I swear to God. Anyway, we get to the fucking. It's like almost lunchtime, and Dawson's like, and before like, Alan already knew like what the fuck this was about to turn into. So he was just like, "Yo, go home." He's like, "Just go home." So Dawson left, and he told me like go to the doctor or whatever. And like previously, Dawson said like he threw up like around the fence like while he was there working or whatever. And like nobody witnessed the throw up or anything. But anyway, so Alan's like little rat ass like goes to look like he's like I'm gonna really see it this motherfucker do. And he goes over there and he doesn't find shit. Like he don't find a thing, and he gets pissed off. And like he was just like he's like yo this kid just fucking lies about everything this and that. And he's like, I'm gonna tell him like he's not coming to fucking back until we're done with this job. So in my head, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, it's like he kind of needs that because for me, he needs a fucking wake up check. He thinks he's this and that. And
Yeah, I heard. I could tell the way he just acts in the party. That nigga seemed mad annoying.
Yeah, like,
Annoying.
this and that. Just annoying that. But for me, I just tolerate it. But because I'm straight up with Alan about everything. For me, I got no reason to lie about shit at all. So
Yeah, really not.
and so he knows. Like if I'm beat down, tired, like I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I called. Like he told me to go home. Like he literally told me to go home. And I called. I didn't even call my mom. I texted her. I was like, "Yo, can you come pick me up?" Like I sent her my location. She's like, "Yeah, I'll come get you in a second, or whatever." She's like, "All right." So then she calls me, and like by this time, he just asked me like, "Yo, you want to go get some lunch?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I went with him to get some lunch, and like for me, I started feeling a little bit better. So like I just stayed with him. We were out there till like 6 o'clock today, just rebuilding that wall, literally. Like both sides, just rebuilding that shit.
Fuck that shit.
But when I tell you, I'm tired. Like I'm fucking beat.
That job seems so fucking bad, yo.
Bro, it's a job. I'm not gonna lie. It's a fucking job.
That shit is Mexican labor.
Like, oh yeah, nah. Listen, Lou, it gets better, bro. We have my man Alan here has some guys that he could call if we need help, and his name is Raphael, and he. Nah, listen, bro. Like he's a cool ass dude, though. I swear to God, but he's actually a. He's a coyote. You know what that is, right? You know what a coyote is, right?
I heard of it before, but I don't know what it is. What the fuck is that?
It's a person that smuggles other people into the country.
What?
So this motherfucker sometimes, he said, so Raphael's like, he's an illegal alien, and he came into America on a bus full of illegal Americans. Like, somehow he told Alan that he came here on a bus, like, illegally though, somehow. And what's it called?
The fuck?
Anyway, like he does a lot of like landscaping jobs and shit. But like Alan told me, like he also does that. Like, he'll go to Mexico, pick people up, bring them over here. Swear to God. But anyway, he's a cool ass dude, and he knows people. Like he knows other people around that can come and help us. And he'll get like a crew of like 5 dudes to come help us.
Oh shit.
That shit is OD.
Niggas gonna
Like
need
the
to
guy
get
I work
paid though.
with, he has the hookups. What's up, what?
So the niggas gonna need to get paid though. That's mad heads. But niggas just gotta get the job done at this point.
Nah, for me, I work for he has bread. Like, he pays him. He pays him well too.
That's fucking
Because
crazy, bro.
he pays them well because they do fucking great work. Like they don't stop. Like you can sit there and do hard fucking labor with them all day, bro, and they're right next to you doing that shit. It's hard. It's hard to find people like that. Just regular ass people because they don't want to fucking get out there and do that shit every day.
I
That
wouldn't.
shit is not no joke. Like shit, you better drink your water. Like you better, bro, because you're gonna be hurt. You're gonna be hurt. Your back gonna hurt. Fucking legs gonna hurt.
Yeah, fuck that type of job, bro. I'll sit my ass in Stop and Shop's office all fucking day and not do shit. Then fucking come home, I can't even move my back.
Shit, OD. But shit, I don't know. It's weird that I enjoy it. Like I don't understand. I don't know how I enjoy it. But I enjoy it.
Do you enjoy the people that work there more than you enjoy the job?
I don't know. It's just like I enjoy it. Like I enjoy the aftermath. Like, cause I know what I'm doing is gonna turn out good, and like to see the person's reaction after we're done. You know what I'm saying? Like all that hard work paid off. Like this is gonna be their yard type shit. This is what they see every day.
I guess that's wavy then.
And there's other stuff. Like I mean, for me, it's not. We're not just like cutting grass. Like we're not doing fucking the minimum. Like that's minimum. Like when we cut grass, like we take one day out of like the month basically. And we cut like 10 to 12 people's yards. Weed, fucking blow their yard off, like their driveway, everything. We edge their yard. Like, we do everything in one day. That's how bare minimum that shit is to us.
Shit easy.
Shit easy, yeah. Shit cake. And the guy I work for, he's like, these fucking landscapers, they think they're some shit because they got weed eaters and shit. He's like, they're not fucking doing anything. Like, that shit is cake.
The weed eaters?
The weed eaters, the fucking lawnmowers, like, they think they're some hot shit. They think they're hot shit because they say they do hard labor. That shit is not hard labor in this fucking at all.
You sound like you being fucking hell itself.
Bro, I'm telling you. Telling you, bro. You work with like a few people on a big ass job. You gotta do that shit multiple times. Shit turns into hell.
Yeah, fuck that.
Shit would be. That's alright. It's only hell when shit doesn't go the right way, which is like 70% of the time.
Oh yeah, it's hell.
Nah, I say, you know, I'm capping. It's like 40. I say about 40% of the time. Cause you can't plan for a fuck up. That's the worst part of it. You know, when you fuck up, it's bad. Like especially in this job, like it's bad.
Oh, I know what you mean. You don't know when it's gonna fuck up, but when it fucks up, it's gonna be a fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel that.
Big little.
Theo, how do you fucking do?
I'm doing, you know me.
You doing? That's what's up. Theo, how about Jelani Woods, 6'7", 270?
It was an interesting one, you know. We had a guy get fired basically, and now I'm working with one other person, and that's it for the rest of this job.
Nigga was working and got fired.
They basically he got fired, but like up until we're done with this job, basically.
Wow.
And probably another job. So like I'm gonna be the only one getting paid for this. He's getting paid for the time he did, and then that's it. Like, he's not getting paid anymore for this job. Like I'm the only one getting paid. I'm probably gonna get a bonus after this job. He told me he's giving me like a band for this job.
Bonus sounds valid.
I'm getting a band on top of my regular pay for this. I'm happy.
Oh, so you getting hourly pay plus an extra for the actual job?
No, it's not like he's just paying me one band for everything. Nah.
I'm about to say, nah, nigga, I need mine. What you mean?
Nah, that's crazy. Bro, you think I would accept that? That's crazy, bro. You see where I come from? Nah.
I would have walked out like
Bro.
Dawson talking about I'm only getting a band. Huh? Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
yeah, I nigga. Fuck that. I
fucking not happening. Yo, I've been fucking around this whole time I've been talking to you, man. I just looked up at the score. It's 29-7.
Are you playing somebody?
Yeah, I'm playing somebody. I'm not even like I wasn't like playing at all. Like I don't even know what I've been doing to get to this point. But there's 3 minutes left in the second quarter, and he has damn near 30 points on me. So.
Jelani Woods got to be
Sorry.
the biggest tight end to ever set foot on a fucking football field.
Pretty fast, too.
That's what I'm saying. The nigga's fast. He got 87 speed.
Like, what are these picks? Alright,
This is
just gonna quit this
crazy.
game, and we're just gonna leave it up to the man.
Lord, that's a fantasy guy this year.
Oh, he's a fantasy guy?
Nah, I really don't know. I don't know if the Colts want to pass him the ball that much, honestly.
He might just be in there to get grimy.
I've been watching a lot of fantasy, so I would just send this this live shit with my fantasy guy. He's saying some stuff, and I'm like,
Oh, you were getting your knowledge up?
look, come on now. You don't have to. Gotta get that
Oh,
knowledge.
and and Lou on my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Greg.
Nah,
but
I was done talking.
alright, so basically, Lou, when we were sitting there, like at one point today, this man Dawson looks at me and tells me like, that's how it came out. So I was showing him pictures on my phone of like people from Connecticut. Like I was just showing him like some of my friends and shit. And then I saw a picture of Riley on my phone. I was like, yo, look at this motherfucker. I was like, this motherfucker is 6'5", and he couldn't dunk. And
That's crazy.
and he started crying. And he's like, last night I went to go pick my friend up from the bar, and like right when he said that, my whole facial expression changed. I said, bro, what? What? Cuz you just got done trying to sell your product that you're sick, that you were up to 130 throwing up, but now you told me that you were in a bar with your boy picking him up because he's too drunk to drive home. I'm supposed to believe that. Anyway, he continues to tell me that he sees this 6'8" guy in there, this and that. Like that's relevant to anything, but I was like, oh word, yeah. And then like after he left, yo, this motherfucker Alan was like talking about how I ain't believe none of that shit he was saying, this and that. I was like, oh, do I have a piece of evidence for you?
Sound like a rat, yo.
You ain't about to, yo, listen, how you gonna rat on yourself to the guy that you're about to do dirty because you're leaving the whole job site knowing damn well my back is fucking killing me? Literally told you this.
Nigga, Ian said it's every man for himself out here, nigga. I'm trying to get
every
paid.
fucking man for himself. I don't know you.
I'd be acting the same way.
I don't know none of y'all. This is me, my bread. That's it. So yeah, 100% ratted on that motherfucker. I was like, yo, so yeah, this motherfucker just continues to tell me at some point when we were sitting there today, Alan, that he just went to go pick his boy up from the bar, and he didn't even let me finish. He was like, I fucking knew he was like.
Yo, I need to see what this Allen cat looks like, bro.
Yo, Alan a cool ass dude. When you see him, if you ever see him though, you're gonna think he's a crackhead.
He's some skinny ass fucking.
He's like a skinny, not skinny. Like he's still got some muscle on him and shit. But like, I don't know. He's just like this 40-something-year-old dude. He's like my dad's age, and yeah, he's just a guy that was
like
in the military. And, you know, he likes guns and shit. Yeah, feel me? He's there's mad people around, like where I live, that know him, and like he came from a really shitty childhood, and like the person he is today was nothing like he used to be. I mean, not fucking at all. Like I'm not gonna lie. You remember that day that I went over there, Lou, and
Yeah.
drink with him? Yo, that motherfucker told me some crazy shit that he did. Yo, he said this motherfucker. There was some guy at a party that was fucking with his brother, and like at the time, he wasn't even at the party, and he said. They pulled up to this party, him and like 5 other guys. He said the guy that was fucking with his boy or his brother or whatever came out, like it was his party type shit. So he came outside when he saw them, and he immediately ran at Alan's brother. And when he did that, Alan said, "I grabbed his ass." He said, and I threw him, but when I threw him, my brother kind of like tackled him into a curb, and like he hit the curb type shit, and like kind of went limp for a second. He said my brother didn't fucking hesitate. He just started wailing on it. He said, but listen, it gets worse. So he said there was a kid that ran. He said this kid must have fucking sprinted. He's like, cause he jumped from the porch and punched me square in the face. He's like, he literally flew from the fucking top of the porch down and just knocked me in the face. He said, but guess what? I was like, what? He's like, I didn't fall. He said, I took 4 steps back. He's like, I'll never forget. He's like, I stumbled back. I took 4 steps, and I looked at that motherfucker, and I just ran at his ass. He said, and when I got done whooping his ass, he said, I turned around. He said, I turned around, and I saw the kid laying on the ground, and like my brother just got like pulled off him or whatever. He said I fucking sprinted over there, and he said I just kicked him as hard as I fucking could in the head. And he said, guess what? But he's like, and then I forgot. I was like, what you mean? He's like, I forgot I was wearing steel-toed boots. He said I kicked this nigga in the cranium full force, like really, like kicked the fuck out of him. He said that motherfucker had to get stitches in his head.
That nigga ain't die? Niggas talking about he got hit into the curb, went limp, got kicked in the head with steel-toed boots.
He said he didn't die. He said he got stitches in his head. Basically, I'm not gonna tell you everything that this motherfucker did, but I'm gonna just tell you this. When he got arrested and he went to court, he was charged with 47 felonies.
Damn.
47 felonies. And guess what? He got out of that. He got out of that shit on probation. And the person that was in like the courtroom, what the fuck is it called? The judge, Jesus Christ. The judge said, she said, I don't care if you get a fucking speeding ticket. She said, if I ever see you in this courtroom again, she said, I'll put you away for life. And she said, if I find out that you ever made it to another court, or if I see like your name in another courtroom or any of that, she's like, I'll put you in jail for life, or prison, not jail. He's like, he told me the difference, and that shit is scary. But anyway, she said, I'll put you in prison for the rest of your life, and like, I'll make sure you never come out of there. He said, when I heard her tell me that, he said that shit changed my life, like forever. He's like, because he's like, in that moment, she had the power to just put me fucking away. He's like, and I could have never been seen by the world ever again. People would have just known the shitty past that I had, and that's all they would have known me as. He's like, but when she said that shit, he's like, that was like the chance I needed. He's like, and that shit, like, he's like, it just
became a changed man.
Like, became a changed man. Like,
that's how you become a changed man. Shit like that, though. Like, as soon as a nigga tell you in your face, like,
yeah, he went into the military, all that, like, completely changed his shit. Came out the military, started doing shit, like, side jobs and shit. Now he owns this business. That shit is crazy. Shit is OD. His brother...
He got an anime backstory.
Bro, real shit. He really got an anime backstory. Like, real shit. I'm not even gonna lie. He's one of... fucking 4 kids. Parents abused them, kicked them out. They all became orphans. They got moved into 2 separate houses between 4 kids, so it was 2 and 2, him and his brother, and his 2 sisters went to another house. And they lived down the street from each other, but like mad far, because the government basically wanted them to just separate, and they wanted it to be early to kind of just rip the band-aid off, like type shit, and be like, yo, like you're never gonna see each other again, type shit. Like you're gonna have to just live different lives. But he said that him and his brother used to sneak out of their crib and go see their sisters at the other parents' house, and the other parents were okay with it. Like they saw what was going on, and they let it slide, and they never said anything to the other parents. He's like, and if it wasn't for that, he's like, we would never have that relationship. Like we would never have known after that. Like we would have just had to find each other later on in life. He's like, but we always got that bond. And
That's crazy.
yeah, that shit is great, bro. His life is crazy. He told me about his brother and shit. His brother was in the fucking special ops. Like he was fucking Captain Price.
Get
Like,
out of town.
like he was, yeah, bro. He was in special ops. He got blown up by three different times. He got blown up by an IED, like which is like the little trip mines and shit. Like shit is OD.
fuck?
He survived. He survived sitting as the gunner in a fucking armored truck. That shit did a fucking full 360 in the air. Shit literally blew up and went 60 feet in the air and dropped. And like, he said he doesn't remember anything. Like when he went up in the air, that was the last thing he remembered. And then he just woke up. He said he got saved by a fucking Navy SEAL that got shot, or that got hit by a piece of shrapnel, and it cut his fucking jugular, and he was spewing blood out, and he was dragging him. Still, like that Navy SEAL was still dragging that motherfucker out that shit. Like I was like, that's gotta be some badass dude to do
It's
that.
a movie.
Like that's a movie, cuz like what?
That's crazy. I'll be right back
Like,
though.
that motherfucker was on the edge of life. Alright. Yo, Craig. Yo, Theo, where you at? Actually. Catch the ball. Just catch the fucking ball. Fuck. Christ, like how the fuck do you get it there? Alright, motherfucker. Now you about to get your ass whooped. Thought he was slick. Like, what? Oh my god, he just fried that. God damn. God damn it. What? That's fuck wrong with you, nigga? That was a. Oh my god. Fuck wrong with you, stupid bitch.
Yeah. I bust your ass. You heard?